Hey everybody, we got our excavator from Utah Valley, Joe and his son Nate. They're the founders with Jen, their wife, of the Sego Lily School. Stepmom. And Christina's out here. We just weed whack a lot of the tall pricklies so the kids, when they do the keyhole and the basins around the fruit trees here that are existing with their little raspberries in the middle and the tire, we'll have wood chips in here for them to work in tomorrow. We've got our little nursery that we picked up at the reclamation nursery, along with some other plants we brought, and Christina picked up some pretty nice little fig tree over here. He's a really nice specimen. We've got our buffalo berry. We've got our Siberian little pea shrub. Should have 30 of those. We picked up a whole bunch of sea berries at the nursery, and there's a baby fig right there. We picked up a bunch of the hyacinth, the anise hyacinth, more sea berry there. We dug out of our classroom garden some nice sunchokes as well. She found a great tall Rainier cherry that's going to go in, and we had it donated from one of our student families, Bing cherry, but he's going to need some recuperating, so we gave him a nice little growth hormone willow to start with him. And then we've got our sand cherries. We've got lots of those right here. We've got our golden currants. We've got 2 elderberries right here and more sand cherries right there. And then we should have some American, that's another elder. This is all the materials they've collected, but there is more wood on the other side of that electrical there. So we have plenty of logs. We've got lots of manure. We've got a few wood chips, so Joe's going to go get more wood chips. We've got lots of topsoil. We got some composted stuff further down there. These wood chips are gonna go here in where the little keyhole where the kids will plant. We'll have the kids with Christina here, and they will do little basins around the trees, the ones that are staying. The other ones, they don't want to transplant now. They want to wait till fall. They want to have the kids see the fruit the first year, but we have it on the map, the design, and then they're gonna do kind of little mini beds in here. So she'll be in charge of this with the children. We'll keep the children here until the mounds are finished built tomorrow. So they're not playing out there where they can fall in a hole or something. But we'll assign somebody to be watering the whole time that we're layering. Here comes some more of the plants Christina's been picking up. So that's what it looks like right now.
It's a nice beach.
Yes, isn't it beautiful? And so in a little bit, we're gonna have the excavator. Joshua's gonna dig some nice hugel beds again on our 3rd annual Perma Blitz. Woohoo! Yeah! Okay, we're breaking ground. We've started our first hugel bed. Woo! They're gonna be 4 feet wide, 2 feet to the top on each side for the kids' arms. Okay. Joshua's starting to get the big stumps. He just dropped one big one in there in our first hugel bed. He's going to get the second one for the second hugel bed. Then we're going to put those big, huge boulders he found back in the back as stools for the kids. Look at that big monster, how it can move that. It's amazing. These machines can move big stuff. Look at that, like nothing. It's gonna move it over. Drop it in there. Woo, there it goes. In our hugel. He wants it right in the middle, I bet. There you go. Good drop. Perfect. Right in the middle. Way to go! Battle of the machines. They just move everything. Those guys are having so much fun. Jen just came out and showed me the release and stuff. So she did a really great press release and a really good release. We'll have everybody sign. She's going to lock the front door tomorrow, so everybody will be forced to come through here, and we'll lock that other gate. So they all will have to come through here, sign the release. We'll get name tags and everything on our volunteer so they know who a volunteer is, okay? Look at this. They're so funny. These guys are doing what they love best right now. Woo! They keep moving those huge boulders like they're nothing. Woo-woo! Yeah, you never can put one of these suckers in without the big machinery. There's no way.
Well, you could. It would just take you a month.
It would kill you. I mean, just try lifting one of those. I don't think so. When I first saw a bobcat do that, we did it about 6 years ago. We made 2 hugel beds, and here we go. Second hugel bed. Go down, down, down. It's like we want a good storage, a good bank. We're filling the bank with logs in our hugel beds. Like that big monster is gonna go in there. So this is our second hugel bed. Woohoo! That's how you start digging a hugel bed. On the other one, because we're going to have a walkway in the middle between 2 hugel beds, on the other one we put all the soil that will end up on top of the hugel bed after we layer it all on the right side. This time we're putting it on the left. He's actually going to take a lot of this topsoil and build a third mound along the basin here, because we want to make sure that we get lots of good shade, and since this basin will retain moisture, the higher we make the mound here, the more shade down in there will retain more moisture. We'll have a microclimate inside this basin. We're going to try to get some bamboo to shade it even more down at the end down there and build a nice wall. But also they get a lot of wind through here because of this clearing. So until they build a forest out there, and for privacy, it'd be really nice to have some bamboo wall all along the basin on that end as well. So we hope we can get a whole bunch of bamboo. Our school can probably donate some because ours just keep growing up everywhere every year. So we're definitely going to do that. And Christina's little walnut tree that we built a little basin the other day, it just barely is surviving with the machinery. We want to make sure that it stays nice and moist. Machinery comes around, but it's keeping good moisture in here. Oh yeah, it's got good moisture. The plants are doing well that she planted in here. We put some mint in there. We've got our peas for nitrogen there. That's the little beautiful English walnut, which is going to grow to a nice big shade tree out here. Poor little guy. It's getting a little dusty, but he's surviving around the machinery. Oh, we got a pipe. You want to grab it? All right, Nate. Take it away. We donated 2 recycle bins, so they'll have this permanently. Megan, one of our heroine moms, has been running around picking up stuff and moving heavy stuff, is running the painting today. That's perfect, beautiful. There's Jen, the founder. And there's our painting station. They might even paint the bus, and look at all this beautiful fruit. Doesn't that look delicious? Our water station, muffins, our little nursery for vegetable plants over there. There's our painting station. They're gonna have sprinklers to run through here. There's our stage for our music there. Everybody's here, we're setting up. Julie, that I met at the Homestead Expo at the Conservation Gardens, I invited her then, she remembered and she came from Alpine. Thanks, Julie. And Joe's been moving a bunch of logs so that we had enough to put in the second hugel bed here. And Joshua's dumping all the manure on it right now. While Joe's son, Nate, soaking it. This is how you improvise. We just got another big load of wood chips delivered. We use the fire hose to soak our wood. There's Joshua, while Joe's driving the backhoe and Nate's watering the other hugel bed. Way to go. Woo! Christina and her boyfriend are doing their cardboard for the keyhole kitchen garden right now. They're gonna build mounds and infiltration basins around the little existing trees. And we have a quail running through. Did you guys see that? Oh, poor little quail. Be careful, sweetie. So we're doing this. We got half soil, half compost there ready to go. We've got our garden here. We'll have food, water station, everything there. And we've got our volunteers, which are our students, and Julie. And we've got a raffle going all day. We'll be giving prizes. We've got presents for the heroine moms, super heroines. And we've got our diagram of our school design we did.
When I came in,
Donations. Everything's here. Welcome, guys. I've got your name tags if you want to give them to them. They're right over here. Let's get your name tag. All kids today, and we're putting nature back together by planting a forest, an edible food forest, and everybody here, give us your names real fast, do you mind? Let's get everybody's names. Jen, Susie, Megan, Julie, Alonzo,
And Nick.
and out there we got Joe, we got Joshua and Nate. Who are the helpers over there? Come on over. Anna and Joe over here.
and Tally and Luke,
Yay! And you guys, we have some fun stuff too. We have a raffle. You can enter $1 for every entry. I'm gonna be every hour, starting this next hour, giving out prizes, okay? So I'm gonna call your name. So go over there. We've got stuff for the kids. We've got 2 Comic-Con grand prize. We've got a whole 6-month course, learn how to design one of these to put it in at our school in Orem for the Permaculture Design School. We've got a free kitchen garden design, so you can get your whole kitchen food garden. It's bigger and better than a regular square foot gardening for the summer. And then we've got some other prizes as well over there, okay, you guys? So we're doing prizes every hour on the hour. Yep, these are wonderful infiltration basins, and what happens, what do you put inside the basin so it won't evaporate? So we put straw around the tree, and then what are the plants we put around?
these are alfalfa,
For nitrogen?
peas.
Peas for nitrogen,
I think these might be beans.
okay? As well as
Comfrey
for
for minerals.
minerals, beautiful. Are getting the keyhole and infiltration basins in. Then the kids will be able to plant their vegetable kitchen garden in here today. As you walk on here, or turn on the fire hydrant again. This is fun. Go for it! Woo!
A little bit at a time. Actually, leave it late in there.
Oh, okay. The hose went crazy. got our Permaculture Design School little wagon here is Nate and Jen, the founder of Sego Lily, and her sons are busy mixing a wonderful mixture of a little bit of manure, but half and half soil and compost. We love our little wagon. It's so handy, it dumps. And the infiltrations have been built. They go down inside good, and then they're mulched with straw. The cardboard's down under the wood chips. Go Nate! As the boys with their toys are out there finishing those hugel beds.
It's not moist enough. Don't turn the hose off.
There's Matthew, Judy, and Helen in our beautiful nursery. Look at this gorgeous nursery we have. Just a beautiful, beautiful nursery of all the trees and bushes. We have the biggest list of all the plants. Welcome! Woohoo! We have one of our current students, Vicky and Monica. We're gonna have you. Woo! Woo! Everybody's filming. So good to see you guys all the way from Springville, Hobble Creek. Woo! Love your hat, Vicky. Vicky, this is Helen.
Hi.
Vicky just started school with her husband.
Great.
Yep. She comes all the way from Richfield, Utah to do her class since January. It's fun. She's got 3 acres she's designing food forest in. It's really fun. But look at this beautiful nursery of all these beautiful plants that we've collected, Christina and I, for the last 3 months. We took a lot of them out of our garden as well, those little blackberries. We've got blueberries, we got sunchokes, we've got our little sea berry, male and female in there. Just a little bit of everything. And they're gonna get put into the garden reclamation nursery. We got a lot really good deals of drought-resistant native Utah plants. And then the kids are gonna do the vegetables. We've got little vegetable starts that we've been nursing, chives, all under here. And we've got our raffle of great prizes, including Comic-Con tickets and free courses at the school. And it's gonna be fun. Woo! Look at Joshua going out there as Joe brings in the sticks. So nice to have machinery. Best way to do this. Okay.
So what is this?
Yep, here we go. So we've got the Casey family, our Thursday night students. Thanks for coming, Jared, Nicole, Israel, Eli, Jensen, Evie, and who did I miss? I got Eli, Jensen. Okay, you guys. You're looking beautiful. So we've got extra seats in the shade. So you guys, if Nicole and Evie want to sit inside there, you guys are welcome to do that. We've got muffins and fruit over there, you guys. You guys are all set. And then we're gonna be planting soon, so the kids will be ready. They're gonna plant vegetables. First, they'll go to the painting station over there with Megan. Christina will show them where the little baby plants are. As soon as they're ready, we'll call you guys over and they're gonna plant their vegetables.
Awesome.
Okay, you guys. Go on, Israel. You get to plant your vegetables, guys. We're getting the beds ready right now. And there's Vicky. Way to go, you guys. What do you think, Jensen? Isn't this cool? Look, we get to use a fire hydrant. They've already buried logs 3 feet down in the ground in here. Isn't that fun? That's how you're gonna do your hugel bed. Yeah. Now they're adding more layer to build it up. Eventually the mounds will be this big.
Wait, so they already buried the logs?
They already buried the logs with the machine right there, the backhoe. Joshua's soaking the manure really good so it'll start to decompose those logs. Isn't that fun? Nice to have 2 machines to be doing this. garden. They're gonna plant with the kids over here. Oh, look. Israel's planting his little peppers. Way to go, Israel. Give me high five. Way to go, Israel. You planted those beautiful peppers in the mound. And you guys got zucchini squash next, and Vicky's helping. All right, Eli. You're going to have fun planting, buddy. That's great. Look at this. Wonderful. Got the Casey family. We got Julie setting up. There's Nicole, Casey. These are our students on Thursday night. We also have Vicky that's helping on our Wednesday night class, 6-month course. Julie is here from Alpine. She's setting up all the little plants beautifully for the kids' kitchen garden at Sego Lily. As we prepare those hugel beds and start building them up. Is this fun or what, Andrew?
Oh, looks like I already missed all the fun.
I know, but it's still fun right now. We're still playing in the manure and the logs and the water and the topsoil and all that good stuff going in there. It's a lot of fun. So Joshua knows what he's doing. He's been landscaping since he was in diapers with his family's company. And Joe's learning because he knows how to run machinery, but he's never built hugel beds, so now he can do it. They can build more of them out there in the school later, now that they've learned how to do it. We'll plant more food forest out there with lots of great trees. Yep, gonna be fun. Vincent is helping one of the Sego Lily school kids. And who do we have? Hello, guys! Woo! They're working hard. And Megan, Andrew, woo! Everybody loves those sticks. They're so awesome. Thank you. Got everybody here. Look how cute this is. Yes. They'll go all along the fence eventually. We're gonna mix in boysenberry goji. Not yet. Pretty soon we'll do a raffle again for the kids. And we'll do a couple sand cherries out there as well. We ended up with a lot of sand cherries, which is nice. We got a really good list. Did you guys see the design? Did you guys want to come see the design?
Oh, which design?
The design that our school did for this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, come see. Come see, come see. There's Nick. So we have them listed on the side as to what correlates in here. This is the existing little kitchen garden for the kids. Eventually we got some beautiful sandstone rocks that we got out of a pond in Provo. So we can make a sandstone walkway through here, along with some nice ground cover. In here are the 2 hugel beds right here. Here we're just going to build it up because the basin, it's so hot right now, and we're going to put some grasses in there, hopefully bamboo, also to help all the way around with wind and the sunlight coming in to keep this microclimate. But what Joshua came up with is let's build up higher up here so even more microclimate down in there. Not yet, buddy. Boy, they love the raffle. And so you've got your canopy trees that are the largest, that'll shade with the basin over there. And then we do dwarf trees on the hugel beds, along with all the berry bushes. And boy, it's amazing all that we were able to collect. Yes, so many different kinds of berry bushes that are, most of them drought resistant, except for some of the vines like the kiwi and grapes and stuff. But a lot of these, like the buffalo, the American plum, also called a bush cherry, or patawamek, is an heirloom native to Utah that the Native Americans gave to the pioneers. And we've got 2 of them. One of our students, Helen, brought some from Richfield, Utah. She actually comes to our school all the way from Richfield, Utah, every Tuesday. Isn't that cool? They're graduating next month. Isn't this fun? Look at all the kids. They're like, we get to do this every time we come to school. Woo!
I know. I wish I had something
fun.
like this in my school growing up.
I know. It's fun. Will you do me a favor?
What's that?
Invite me to your school, and we'll get one in.
Which school?
Whatever school you go to.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I
mean-
thought you meant my school.
No, I mean when I was a kid.
Oh, I know. I wish all the schools. See, I want to hit every single school and do an assembly on nature. Just teach the kids about nature and how it works. I've already got Orem High School plant biologist teacher wants us to bring this to them at Orem High. They have a greenhouse.
Could maybe talk to some people at Slick.
Please.
I'm gonna transfer to USU, but I think they probably got that covered up there.
Well, Snow College actually is the only one that comes close to permaculture. They've got a great organic professor there, and she teaches a lot of this. It's in Ephraim. It's by Manti and Spring City down there. But we want to bring this into all the schools.
That'd be awesome.
I really do.
So when you said
Okay, what do you think, Jared?
Thank you, Denise. This was such a wonderful opportunity. The school's going to love this for years to come. It's going to be a community beauty that people will come and enjoy.
Thank you for coming with your family. Your 5 kids, including Evie, had a good time. Should we do another raffle before you guys go? For the Casey family.
I don't know where.
The painting? Come here, I'll take you. Come here, really fast. And then we'll do a raffle prize, okay? So here are our students. We've got graduating class of 2017 since January. Graduating next month. We're gonna have a special graduation and we'll invite all the current students and the old former students. Matthew and Corey got their PDC because they did the whole 6-month course. So you guys get yours at the end of June. So we're gonna work on our final drawings that you'll present. You're gonna present it to the class, okay? And then this is your hands-on. You gotta have one under your belt today, okay? So you're learning how to do it. And then we want to do one more at one of the other students' houses this summer sometime. So she's raising her hand, she's ready. And Vicky just started, and hopefully, she's a pre-student, Julie! Woo! She's been following our group on Facebook, and we ran into each other at the Homestead Expo at the Conservation Gardens. So that was really cool. And she was there in a USU class where one of the professors was teaching us about vines and trees. And I just kind of asked a few questions, you know, like, have you heard of putting vines up the trunks of trees? And he's like, yeah, that can work really well. So I love that answer. That was really cool. But then I started saying a few more things that I was doing, and so they're like, we want to go ask her what she's doing. So all these people came up to me after the class, and I was like, well, this is permaculture, and we wish we could get it in USU. So Joel's gonna go to USU.
I'll be pushing that.
He'll be pushing it. He's gonna push the permaculture. Woo!
They're gonna have a permaculture degree in
That's right.
less than 10 years.
Woo! Right now. Way to go, Joel. We'll do it together, okay? We'll get it into USU. That's what we need to do. As we're finishing our hugel beds right now, we're gonna do some planting. Who's ready to do some major planting?
logs in because we didn't have any old trees to knock down. And then we covered up with manure and soil.
And why do we do manure right on the wood with water?
Nitrogen?
No,
the
the
fungi.
manure decomposes because that's
Oh,
the
it's
job
got
of
the
fungus
bacteria
is to
in it.
decompose a dead thing.
Manure goes on top of the wood.
Yes.
First. That's your first layer.
Because it decomposes the dead wood as it dies in the forest. And we want to decompose the wood, but the wood at the same time is a sponge retaining water. And so that fungus starts to develop in there, and it takes the dead things, including dead insects, organisms, everything, and the dead wood, and it turns it into nutrition. And that nutrition then can be taken by the fungi that can go 150 meters with their mycelium. You can't even see, but you'll see it when you open up a piece of wood inside there. When it's been decomposing, it's all white. Or if you move the wood chips and you see that white stuff in there because of all the moisture, that's the mycelium that are actually going to take the decomposing dead things they've turned into nutrition. And the worms eat the dead things as well, and they poop and pee the good nutrition to the plants and all the organisms.
Like veins and capillaries.
Yes, that's what the mycelium looks like. But all these organisms exchange. They take starch from the plants and they give them the nutrients, the fertilizer, the natural fertilizer. So what we're reconstructing, like the forest that she talked about, we're reconstructing an ecosystem of living things under the soil. That's living humus. That's what happens in the forest, but we're speeding it up by burying the logs instead of waiting for a tree to die and fall down, decompose slowly. Because whenever you see a dead tree in the forest, you'll see it covered with mushrooms. Fungus is all over that dead tree, right? But we're speeding it up in the ground. And so not only is it retaining water because it's a swale in the ground in the desert, but it's also building all these nutrients inside there for the plants and their roots to go down and get those nutrients, you see? So today what we're going to do is we're going to build a guild, because permaculture is a tree system. The forest is a tree system with the patriarch canopy of the tree. And then we have understory trees like nut trees. We can have other even smaller dwarf trees. And then we have berry bushes is another layer. And then we have a vine could be another layer. And a clumping bush. Even onions are clumping. And then we can even have ground cover plants. And then we can have underground roots. So in here, what we're bringing is we designed one guild. We're going to go to the end of the swivel bed, and everybody carries something. Somebody pull this, and we're going to build a guild. We're going to show you how to add living mulch, which will be the flax, quick road shade, which will be the sunflowers, and then we're going to put our solar hoses, and then we're going to cover it with as much mulch of this, or you could do leaves in the fall, okay, so that it won't evaporate in the summertime. So when those soaker hoses run all day, once a week, once we get it really watered for a few weeks, then all that mulch will keep that moisture in there for those little plants to be able to really retain the moisture in their roots. And that's what we're going to build right now, okay? All right. So everybody grab, we've already got straw up there. Grab shovels, grab all these tools right here.
So this, Denise, this is our first guild right here?
What's that?
You're saying this is our first guild right here?
These pots here. This is one.
All right.
This and the moss. The wagon and the what?
Come on over here. We'll ask you questions after. Everybody come over, kids. Got enough shovels? Our tree was donated. It's a Bing cherry. What we did in our few trips about plants and relationships, like we're going to show you the country that's in the wagon over here. It's a mineral accumulator. I call it the miner. It goes down with its deep roots all the way to China, and it brings back all the minerals. But if your plants aren't healthy,
they won't uptake any of those minerals. And when you eat your food that you harvest from there, you won't get the mineral. You need high nutrient density. On a brick scale, which is a spectrometer, most tomatoes at the grocery store that are organic, like cherry tomatoes, they'll go up to an 8 or 9. In our food forest at our school, we literally tested a 14 the first year in our hugel beds, because the organisms and all the life inside the humus are working in perfect, keeps the moisture, but also a living mulch. And then it makes this gorgeous carpet of little baby blue flowers with the brown flax, okay? So we're gonna put all these things together. And one more thing, because all these plants are so young and it's really hot out here, we're gonna add something we discovered at the school, quick growing shade. So we can use sunchokes. I actually have some sunchokes over there. In fact, Cece, will you go ask Matthew to give me one of those pots of sunchokes, okay? Sunchokes will grow 12 feet tall, and they make great walls of shade. Also sunflowers. So on the south-facing side, we're gonna put a wall of sunflowers to grow really fast and try to give this little baby guild of plants some shade. Because otherwise they're just gonna wilt. And it's really hard. People think like tomatoes and all those plants, they need to be in the sun all day long. Not in the desert, constant sun until it sets in the west. You can watch your plants, they're wilting by afternoon and they're like, I can't take this. And so it's a lot of stress on the plant. So if you can create shade, which eventually when this gets established, 5 to 10 years, all these plants, these guys will be 6 feet wide and 6 feet tall around the tree. The tree will shade and drop mulch. And all these plants together will shade and create a little mini forest, a little mini microclimate, which will really be about 10 degrees cooler. So when you come to our food forest, you can go inside these little rainforest, microclimates I call them, and you can feel it's moist and it's 10 degrees cooler in there. And the plants are so happy. They call it filtered light or filtered shade. That's why we're trying to establish. But it takes a while when you start with little baby plants. So we had to come up with some different things that we can use. But it's all about relationships. Okay? The first thing we want to do is plant a tree, right? Okay. Plant a tree. Here's Liberty. slowly sweat the water down. An entire day of soaking every plant. One on this side and one on that side. Okay? So I'm going to give it a little bit of this grate. Our willows will go super down. So we don't get it every day. And you can see this willow, we did a grafting class last year in the summertime. It was around April or May. And we just had a whole bunch for whittling, little branches of willow. And then I just stuck them in a bucket and left them there. They grew roots all fall. They sat in the cold winter. They froze
In the bucket?
in the bucket.
Water?
Look at this. Just fine. Willows are so hardy. It's amazing. And they're so fast growing. This is one of our canopy trees in our kitchen garden. In 2.5 years, it's grown about 40 feet tall. So will someone go cut or go grab down there some cut bales of straw? Bring me a nice big bale of straw, a big chunk of it, okay? I learned from my 87-year-old friend who's been a farmer since he was born and ran Vineyard Nursery down in Orem for 55 years.
Yeah.
No, over in the end over there. Then can somebody get us a knife to cut these bales of straw? We need a knife. Thank you, Violet. Vicky.
Shovel?
Vicky, you won't know where a knife is. Nick, will you grab a knife? So what Vineyard Nursery learned, a lot of people think that this is going to give acidity.
Yeah.
Pine needles, they won't give you berries. It's not acidic enough. We have very alkaline soil on the Wasatch Front. This doesn't give us enough acidity. So they taught me to take straw bales and bury the straw bale into
An entire bale?
an entire bale. They literally taught me, and what I'm going to do, because I don't want the kids to have to work too hard to get to their little blueberries.
Oh, yes.
They can't reach them. So I'm going to establish a nice little spot. And I'm going to bury my straw bale with my blueberry. You know, in mushroom workshops that we do, this has a ton of protein that fungus likes to eat in the straw. Isn't that amazing? But it also makes everything more acidic, okay? So I'm just going to build right over here. Build a nice little straw bale.
So that'll last long enough for
give it acidity.
live along.
Yeah, it'll
For years and years?
acidity. Mine are 3 years old. My blueberries produce every year.
That's exciting.
I heard about the pine needles. I didn't know that it was
All right, so we have a blueberry. Oh, this needs water. Let's see. We got a shower.
Trying to soak her, but
So I'm going to try to soak him really good because he dried out since yesterday.